America, America's finest. America's finest. America, America's finest. Yeah, I'm America's finest. America, America's finest. America's finest. America, America's finest. Yeah, I'm America's finest.
Hello YouTube and welcome back. This is another tutorial provided by Officer Haileykins, and today we're looking at the Realistic Tire Skid Sound mod, okay? Now, those of you who follow me and watch my videos probably know that when I do videos on tutorials and modifications, I like to do them on mods that make a decent impact to the game that maybe don't get a lot of recognition or don't currently have a lot of recognition. This is a mod that I feel is kind of the case because I never see this in people's mods list and I never see this talked about. And this mod really does change the sounds of the tire squeal and tire skid to sound a little bit more realistic. Granted, there are times where it's a little bit non-realistic. The sounds are great, but sometimes, and this is because of GTA's logic and no fault of StraightGlitchez, who is the creator of this mod, but sometimes the wrong sound is just there at the wrong time, and it's a sound that you wouldn't actually hear during tire squealing or tire skidding. Like doing a burnout, for example, you hear kind of an intermittent squeal as it keeps looping the file, and that's just not the case. It's also too high pitch of a squeal for what would normally happen. With that being said, guys, we're going to get right into installing this, and it is super easy. You're going to have OpenIV, and you're going to want to download Realistic Tire Skid Sound Mod. You can find the link in the description down below, or you can find the link in my mods list, which the link to that is also in the description down below. With that being said, let's get started. We're going to go ahead and open up the zip file for it. And while you're doing this, make a folder on your desktop and name it whatever you want to. It can be called Skid, it can be called Untitled, it can be called New Folder. It doesn't matter. But you will want to make a folder on your desktop. Once you have the Realistic Tire Skid Sound Mod open as the zip file, you're going to go ahead and drag out the folder. And then you can close this and delete the zip file. For those of you wondering, I use 7-zip and I prefer it to WinRAR. Once you have this open and you have this out, you can go ahead and open it, and we're just going to minimize this for right now. Go ahead and get into your OpenIV. I have mine on my desktop. Yours might not be there, and I already have a copy of it open and ready to go. Once we're into our OpenIV, you're going to navigate to your mods folder. Remember, guys, do everything in your mods folder and only in your mods folder. You can copy things over to the mods folder if needed. There's other videos that show you how to do that. Do not edit files outside of the mods folder, because if you make a mistake, you can end up breaking your game. With that being said, now that we're in mods, we're going to go to x64. We're going to go to Audio, SFX, which is Sound Effects, and we're going to go to Resident. Once we're in here, we're going to go to our vehicles.awc. We're going to right-click it, and we're going to say Export to Open Formats. Choose your desktop, and choose the folder that you have created. That folder should be empty. Go ahead and hit select folder. It will export this out for you. And then go ahead and minimize your OpenIV. You won't need it for a little bit. Once we have this done, we're going to open up the folder we just created and imported files to. And we're going to open up the vehicles folder. And then we're going to come down here and open up this folder right here that has the new files in it. Now guys, it's really simple. You can select all the files here by holding Control and clicking the files you want. Don't drag over your install guide, obviously. Go ahead and drag over all your sound files right into the vehicles. I think it's an AWC file. And hit replace the files in the destination. That's going to replace all the sound files in here with the new sounds. Then you can go ahead and close this. Alright, once you have that done, go ahead and delete your Realistic Tire Skid Sounds mod folder that is no longer needed. And go back to your OpenIV. Again, navigate to Mods, X64, Audio, SFX, Resident, and then go into Edit mode. Now we're going to import our new audio settings. You're going to right click in the blank space. You're going to choose Import Open Formats. And you're going to go to your desktop or wherever you saved this folder. Open it up. And select the vehicles.oac file. Hit Open. You'll get this little pop-up here. It's just telling you where it's importing the files from. Go ahead and hit OK. Once that box closes, you have successfully modified the sound files so your skids sound a lot more realistic. Let's go ahead and hop over into game and see how it sounds.